to another video. I will be just talking about the subject of the reasons why women choose to date white men. Now, I know this is a very controversial topic, but I just wanted to get into it. Um, I've had my own experience with dating a white man, and it was, I want to say it was hard, but it was hard because relationships are hard. But the beginning of our relationship was very gentle, I would say. Um, so these are two reasons why Black women choose to date white men. One, white men oftentimes, and this is not to put this in the group of the people, the white men who have a fetish towards white or towards Black women. This is to talk about white men who truly admire our features outside of the sex aspect of it. Um, Oftentimes, we're seen by white men, or we are even seen by Black men because there was this thing going around. Like, I heard something online where I think it was on Reddit, but someone was like, "How do you know a Black woman is dating a white guy?" And somebody said in the comments section, "How I know is by the Black woman's appearance." This person on Reddit said that a Black woman's appearance, if she's dating a white guy, would be natural hair. The Black woman, she's fairly intelligent. She has a degree. Um, she talks quote unquote proper. Um, and yeah, that's that I know. And I was just kind of looking at my life and my relationship, or my past relationship. We are no longer together as of recent, but yeah, I have natural hair. I am a Black woman. I do talk proper, which I hate saying that. And so I guess if somebody wanted to point me out in the crowd, like, oh, this is a girl who probably doesn't date a Black man, they point me out. Period. But going back to my point, white men, they see us, they hear us, um, and they oftentimes want to help and build with us. Um, White men, just in my opinion, tend to be very generous because, the white man, in America is the hierarchy. That's the default. And, unfortunately, that is the default. Um, Oftentimes, if you're a white man, you're able to get in rooms that Black men cannot get into. And that's an issue among itself. But when you're a Black woman who dates a white man, you kind of get some of that privilege. And when I was in a relationship, um, I got a lot of privileges being with a white man. It got me into places I never would have walked into without him. Um, and I'm not gloating about that, um, but there was definitely a difference. But white men, they want to see us, they want to hear us, they're open to our story. Sometimes if they're woke enough, they're open to our struggles and they want to help, and they just want a companion who is doesn't judge them. And I feel like as Black women, when we get into relationships with white men, we're very nurturing, we're very caring. Just Black women in general tend to be very caring. Um, but when we get into these relationships, we're open arms and we're very supportive. And Excuse me. So, the second reason why black women date white men is because white men are more gentle with us. Oftentimes, we don't have to live such a rough life being with a white man. Um, you know, there's the tone in our conversations with white men. Oftentimes with black men, I don't want to make a generalization, but with black men, a lot of black women, when we get into relationships with black men, we tend to get the attitude. We tend to get a lot of BS that we put up with because being a black man in America is hard, just in general. So a lot of times black men are dealing with their own struggles. Um, and so when we get into a relationship with them, we have to oftentimes take on their struggles too. And a lot of times, don't want to make a generalization, but a lot of times, um, let me share my screen too. A lot of times, black women, like I said, we have to deal with their struggles and also wanting to make them happy. And it's just sometimes it's really not compatible. And I know this is a letdown for people who believe in black love, but in order to really have black love, both parties have to have an understanding, a good foundation, like family foundation, a good outlook on life, good jobs, good headspace in order to achieve black love. So oftentimes that's hard to do as a black woman. So we tend to gravitate towards white men who make it easy for us to be in their space, make it easy for us to be open and honest with them and fit into their life. Now, I'm not saying that when black women choose to be in a relationship with a white man, I'm not saying that there won't be struggles. Now, my personal experience, yeah, there were a lot of struggles down the line, and this was closer to when our relationship was about to end. Um, there was definitely a culture clash. So I had to deal with a lot of that. But for the most part, it was a gentle type of relationship that, I oftentimes, at first I was like, well, I regret that relationship. But, now looking back, it's like, okay, well, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I think um I just think we did the best that we could, and we were burned out on each other. But, at first the love was there. And I know that, moving forward, I don't know who I'm going to be with, but I would probably gravitate towards a white man because I feel safe, man. Um, and a lot of black women probably feel that way. They feel safe with a white man. They don't feel safe with a black man because black men tend to a lot of times make fun of our appearance and stuff like that. Like oftentimes we're not seen as aesthetically pleasing to them unless we're a lighter skin tone and stuff like that. So there's a lot of colorism that goes into being in a relationship, like a black and black relationship. So oftentimes black women, we don't want to deal with it. We're just like, I'm just gonna go for somebody who's outside my race, see how that goes. And oftentimes it ends up being pretty successful. Um, and here's a book here. It's called Interracial Relationships Between Black Women and White Men. Um, I read a couple of pages of this book. Actually, I read a couple of chapters, and this was before my breakup. So I think I might still have this book on my Kindle, and I might revisit this book and see how I feel about this now because I'm in a different state or stage in my life. Um, but yeah, I mean, just comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I would play this Breakfast Club video, but I'm not going to do it. um, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Do you think that um, we prefer white? Do you think that we don't have many options, so we gravitate towards the white man? Anyway, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And please like, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.